Are we back? Are we back? Okay. Without lag, I don't know. We'll see. I rebooted everything fresh, and I'm running OBS as administrator to give it more resources. So let's see if that figures it out. I'm dead. What's up, Beardy? Looks good so far. Seems less likely. Let's go do an arena fight. See if it holds. Seemed to be animation when it was freaking out, right? Good. This is a good control fight up top. I've been busy, man. Globetrotting Wulf. I've been all over the place. From high-rise banks to coal mines. It's been a crazy week. Hey, congratulations, Beardy. Broken man. Get burned. May as well. Yeah, sorry. We had to restart the stream to overcome some lag issues. Let's see, who needs to go down? Pump this into law. Hey, thanks for the stretch, Beardy. Hello, Jacko. Pop. Holy sacrifice. Boo. Sure is a good thing I've got skill now on. Here, while hold. Pop. Kick, kick, kick. Poor Ray. Get skill no on. That's all. Harsteady, why don't you save the burn for Ray? Let's take this out. Didn't break your streak. That's right. Pop. Get stunned. We set her on fire. Pop. Troll's so fun. Thought we were cooked in Guild War. Just did a quick battle. Ooh, I got cooked there. You won 6 out of 0. You won all 6 of your fights quick battling. That's wild. I've not even tried quick battling in Guild Wars. YouTube chat's down? Is it down? YouTube chat seems to be working fine. Okay, fixed. Good, good. Yeah. All right. So, guys, it's Wednesday, and that means we got news. So let's jump in and check out what's coming to Epic 7 this week. I'm sure there's some hype and excitement in here somewhere, right? Right, guys, right? So let's go check it out. All right. So maintenance tonight. Make sure you get your Guild Wars done at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. The game's going to go down for maintenance. Usually, how long is it this time? Usually it's like 5 hours. We have got a 5-hour maintenance scheduled. Usually it ends a little early, but expect at least 5 hours of downtime. While they load things up, we'll do a post-maintenance podcast tonight. Knock on wood, we should be joined by Volcanics, who knows a good chunk about Guild Wars, can talk some CZN, and is pretty good with the RTA meta as well, so should be a fun podcast tonight. And let's see. Ooh, Tywin and Crown of Glory for all of the nuns of you who have been waiting to pull Tywin or who are excited about getting more Crown of Glory artifacts. This is for all 6 of you. So yeah, for everyone else, don't pull this. He's kind of a dead unit. I'm sure there's going to be some there's going to be some people over there in the comment section talking about how amazing Tywin is, and I just don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, no. There's a reason you don't see him anywhere. He's not a very good unit, and Crown of Glory is kind of a fun artifact to put on your knights when you're dealing with free Rin, but other than that, it really doesn't have a place in the game. So, Huche's big Black Friday sale. All right, guys. The harbinger of all things limited is back, and Huche's pop-up shop was going to be in Epic 7 again. This time with a discount. Dude, Huche's Lucky Chest, it used to be 100 Sky Stones, and now it's going to be 100 Sky Stones. The deals! Yo, I'm glad they're discounting it, because without the discount, Huche's scam shop is just that. It's a scam shop, and there's nothing in here that you should be buying. But let's go over real quick each of these items and whether or not these are things you should get. The Molagora is being discounted by 100 Sky Stones, so you could spend 250 Sky Stones 5 times and get up to 5 Molagora. It just depends how much you need Molagora. Remember, Sky Stones are how you pull units. These are how you roll the secret shop. This is how you buy the cosmetics, the lobby packs, things like that. So if you are really starved for Molagora, then great. But if you've got like 60 or more Molagora, I think you could pass on these. It just depends how important Mola is for you. Probably one of the best values in here is the Molagora. Huche's Lucky Chest. Everything that's in here is roughly 100 Sky Stone value or better. So there are worse things you could spend your Sky Stones on, but don't spend your Sky Stones on either of these items if you are starved, if you do not have a lot of Sky Stones left, because we're rolling into limiteds. Huche's pop-up shop means limiteds are coming or here. So you want to make sure you have the Sky Stones to get things done. But if you got some extras laying around, first 2 are pretty good. Mystic Metals at 160 a pop. You know what? That's pretty good. At 160 a pop, I think I'll probably buy these Mystic Metals. Again, don't spend what you don't have. Don't run out and buy Sky Stones with cash just so you can get your Mystic Metals. But if you're looking at pulling your ML Yulha or future MLs down the road, this is a pretty good deal. Galaxy Bookmarks. 5 Galaxy Bookmarks for 810. You know what? 10% cheaper on this is still not a good deal. You're going to spend 800 Sky Stones and you're going to get Harado, right? Your guildmate's going to get Harsetti or whatever ML5 you want. You're getting Harado or Arrowell or some other 5-star or some other 3-star ML unit you don't care about. The odds are not good, guys, and I would not spend 800 Sky Stones on this. And if you want to be the guy in my comment section talking about how you bought this and you got the ML5 of your dreams, that's great. Realize you're baiting some innocent people into buying the scam. Don't get it. Lesser rune selection chest, greater rune selection chest. It's cheaper, and if you are just sitting there not able to build a unit, go for it. But I'm telling you, just farm Spirit Altar, especially if you use one of the boosters, especially if you do it during a buff event. I wouldn't spend Sky Stones on runes, not when you can just farm them for free. So these are a bad deal at any price. Epic rune selection chest. These are a little harder to farm, but 210 is still a lot of sky stones. That's enough to refresh stamina several times. I still think you just farm the spirit altar. So yeah, I would recommend against the runes. Random level 85 piece of equipment. You remember how when I said you got this because your guildmate showed you the ML5 of his dreams and how great it was, and then you pulled Gerardo? This is the exact same thing. You're going to spend 720 sky stones to get a random piece of gear because your guildmate showed you the new 27 speed ring he just got from this and how great it was. And then you're going to pull it and you're going to get boots with flat defense main and all 4s on the substats. Nah. Oh, this is the oh, God damn it. You're right. Let me take it back. No, Ken, I'm not talking to you right now. Let me roll it back. I thought this was the random piece of equipment. Okay, so this is dangerous, guys. This is dangerous. If you are low on sky stones, don't look. Don't peek. Don't walk into that shop if you're broke. Don't risk it. Because you're going to go in there and you're going to find the perfect piece of gear. You're going to find the speed set gear that's got effectiveness main stat, and it's got 5 speed as a son of a bitch. No, stop calling me. You're going to find that perfect piece of gear. The piece of gear, it's effectiveness main, it's a speed set, it's a ring, and it's going to have a 5 speed substat in it, and you're going to want to get that ring. And then you're going to get it, and it's going to roll like shit, and you're going to be out 720 sky stone. Now, if you are an end game player and you've got a pile of sky stones and you want to take a peek in here because you don't mind, potentially buying perfect, but yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't hurt to look, and then you see something and then you got to make a decision. Strongly recommend against even looking unless you're flushed with sky stones. And you'd be okay with buying a piece, dropping 700 sky stones on a piece of gear and then hoping it rolls good. If you do decide to spend, make sure it is perfect. No landmine stats, no low rolls, no, as long as I dodge this stat, it'll be good. Don't do it. Just walk away. Better things to spend your sky stones on. That is a lot of sky stones. Equipment core selection test. I think this is about the dumbest thing you can spend 128 sky stones on. Just farm and extract. I don't know why you would want to get cores. Reforge mat selection chest. This is tempting for a lot of new players. For a lot of players who've got 85 gear and they're like, man, I don't want to farm Katie's, and there's the light expedition isn't up, and I really want to 90 this gear. You got to make that decision. I think it is not a good investment. I think you just farm the hunts, you get the reforged mats, you farm the expeditions, you get the reforged mats. But if it's holding you back, if you're sitting there going, man, as soon as I get the reforged mats, that sword will be 28 speed, then you do you. But I think this is a poor investment. I think it's, even at this price, it's overpriced for the value you get. Mana stone. Even at this price, it is still a scam. These are overpriced and terrible. You're going to spend 1,000 sky stones to get something that costs 1,000,000 gold to use, to reset a piece of gear that you're going to spend 1,000,000 gold to level back up to go, wow, it's no better than it was before. Screw this. You don't buy this. Smilegate needs to realize that these are not 10% overpriced. They are 90% overpriced. And I'll still stand by that. These are not worth buying until they drop a 0 off of the prices. These need to be an order of magnitude cheaper. They do not have good value in this game. And that's the hill I'm going to die on. Potion of Ascension, Awakening Elixir. Most people are going to thumb their nose at these, and they're right. This is very, very high price for it, but these are targeting newer players who've just started, newer players who have ground through the they've ground through the story. They're flushed with sky stones, and they're wanting to go ahead and use these to help level up because they have got so many units to get up to 6-star, so many characters to awaken. So for newer players, this does have some value. Just be aware that the flooding of sky stones you get early game from doing the story and completing the adventure, that goes away very, very quickly. And suddenly sky stones become a very premium currency. If you're just using it to get on your feet and get some units going right out of the gate, I can respect it. But you will look back on this and go, this is not good. Just farm them normally. Just grind the stuff. So I think unless you're brand spanking new and you're just trying to get your units up and running, I'd avoid these bottom two. And of course, what's in Huche's lucky chest, because I did say this had some value. This is what all is in it. And if you look, every single thing in here is worth roughly 100 sky stones. Probably the only thing in here that's not worth 100 sky stones, in my opinion, is the Galaxy bookmark is a coin toss. You may be like, I don't know, a Gerardo or a 4-star Leo is not worth 100 sky stones, but it's the chance, right? It's the gamba. And that's low percentage to happen anyway. Everything else in here, I think everything else in here is pretty much worth 100 sky stones, you know, except for, you know, maybe some of the catalysts. Nobody gives a shit about catalysts once they're a couple months into the game. These are kind of bad, but still, if you got the sky stones to spend, pretty good. So in review, the only things I would recommend buying from Huche shop is the mystics. I'd recommend those. The Molagora, if you have less than 60, I'd recommend those. If you are sitting on piles of sky stones and you want to try your shot at Huche's lucky chest, it's pretty good value. Everything else in here, I wouldn't spend sky stones on, especially this time of year. I'd stay away from them. Now, if you want to buy it, if you're like, yeah, I gotta reforge that 22 speed sword, make it 28 speed. I gotta, I know it wouldn't be 28 bygones. You know, I got to get this awakening elixir so I can get this unit up so I can compete in Guild Wars. You do you. You do you. I'm just saying, all things being equal, even with the discount, I'm not impressed by anything that's not Mystics, Mola, or Huche's Lucky Chest. And that's it. That's all I got to say about Huche's Big Black Friday sale. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and buyer beware. And what else we got? Can you advance some? You can't advance some content unless you level units now. Yeah, exactly, right? Newer players, they might see some value in some of the things that are in there because they need it to move forward, and they got the sky stones to spare. I'm always trying to address this from a, you know, people have been playing 6 or 7 years. They don't need to be told what's a scam. They know it's a scam. They know they've been playing long enough. They can manage their shit. They don't need to be holding their hands. And people that have been playing for like, you know, a week, the game's very generous early on. You're rolling and stuff. You buy what you need to get your stuff up and going. But it's usually the people that are hitting that mid game, the early late game, that are like, I want to make sure I don't hinder my process. I'm just getting to the point where I'm starting to catch up. That's who I'm talking to usually. All right, what else have we got going on? School Nurse Yulha special pack notice. Guys, we have packs for School Nurse Yulha? That's wild. It's like she's dropping around Black Friday or something. Okay, 100 Mystic Medals, 10 Leafs, and 10 Days of Summons. How much is 100 Mystic Medals in game? Mystics. 100 Mystic Medals is $10. And it comes with some Sky Stones, roughly. The Leafs are worth more than a Sky Stone. Okay, so we got a $10 pack, right? This is a $10 pack. If this is more than a $10 pack, then Smilegate is smoking some high-end stuff, right? Because they usually want to give you a discounted way to get Mystics to pull the ML5, so I think that's a $10 pack. If it's more than a $10 pack, walk away. And this one is 500 Mystic Medals, 25 Galaxies, a pile of Mola, about $7 to $10 worth of Mola, a good chunk of Leaves, and 4 Elemental Summon tickets. Be aware that Yulha will be in the elemental summons. So if you are going to go for Yulha and you buy this pack, make sure you do these summons to try to get your Yulha first and then spend your, and same with the galaxies, to try to get your Yulha first and then spend your mystics. I know it's a minuscule chance, but there is a chance. And you don't want to be that person that goes all the way to pity on your mystics, and then you go and you spend these and Yulha pops out and you're like, oh, well, that's great. So, what's 500 mystics in the game right now? 500, 600 is about $50. 320 is about $30. But this also comes with this and this. I bet it's 30. I bet this is 30. I bet we got a $10 and a $30 pack. I think that's reasonable. If you think that this is 20 and 50, nah, I don't think this is 50. I don't think this is 50. I think this is going to be 30. But we'll see. We'll see. I think for 30, if you're going for Yulha, for 10 and 30, if you're going for Yulha and you need mystics, these are both pickups. But if you aren't going for Yulha, you can kind of step back on it. The second is 50. 50 is too greedy for this. It's Black Friday weekend, guys. This is all across Black Friday. Everything's about discounts. This is 10 and 30. I'm calling it. Especially since you can buy this 3 times. 3 times. If they make this 50, oh, I mean, they could with the Mola and the they overprice they really overprice galaxies. If it's 50, I'm going to be disappointed. For Black Friday, if it's 50, I'm going to be disappointed, and I would not recommend it for 50. For 30, I'll probably buy all 3 of them for 30. But if they price it at 50, I'm walking. And this first one, same story. If it's 10, I'll get it. If it's more than 10, I'm walking. Smogate always overprices packs. Not during Black Friday. They're usually pretty smart about Black Friday. But they may be leveraging the fact that everybody wants Yulha, and as long as it is a slightly better value than buying the Mystic packs. Here's the thing. This is 500 Mystics. If it's $50, you can get 600 Mystics for $50. You can get 100 extra Mystic medals for $50. Now, sure, you aren't going to get the Mola and the Galaxies and this summons and stuff, but people don't care. If they are pulling for Yulha, they care about one thing, and that's the Mystic medals. So I'll be kind of shook if it's not cheaper than this. I think it's going to be this one, but we'll see. I guess we will see. I hope you're wrong. I hope I'm right. I hope Smogate doesn't Huche all over these packs. All right, what else? I know you guys have been excited about Tywin and packs and Huche shops, but what else? Health check campaign with school Nurse Yulha. Everybody turn your head and cough while we see what Yulha's doing for us here. The health check campaign with school Nurse Yulha, sure to melt our hearts, is about to begin. Play the game, collect the health. Okay, so this is just your daily login. Spend your stamina, get your tickets, take your tickets, spend them in the shop, get the stuff. You're familiar with it. All right, this is how they've replaced the crappy web events, and they're pretty generous and loaded with stuff. You got to decide what's worth buying and what's worth skipping, and that's very account dependent. Some of you new players are going to be all about these catalyst chests, and your veteran players are going to be like, why would anybody buy the catalyst chest? Remove those. Everybody's going to need different things. You pick out what you want to pick out. Hey, Zalas, thanks for the raid, buddy. Welcome, Raiders. I hope you had a good stream, buddy. Son of a gun. Hang on. Give me a second, guys. Trying to give a shout out, and the stupid new computer is making me log in on Twitch. I gotta kill this so I don't dox myself. No, I don't want to go to the Microsoft store. Failed pop up. No. Love the computer issues I am having. No, it's that's right. Two factor. How is your guys' day? Is it as annoying as mine is being? Hey, Zalaws, thank you for the raid. God damn it. I hope you had a good stream, buddy. Hope you had a good time. Welcome, welcome, raiders. I always see your YouTube vids and saw you streaming in Wonder Raid. Well, I'm glad you swung by, man. We're just going over the news, and so far it is been nonstop excitement. We've had PAX, we've had Crown of Glory in Tywin, and sexy Nurse Yulha is doing a web event. But now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of it. That's right. It's the PC client exclusive limited discounts. As always, Epic 7 is doing discounts on their PC client, 10% off. Everybody always says, oh, poor mobile. Mobile gets boned again. That's just the way of it. If you're going to use mobile, the mobile services, Apple, Google, they're going to take like 30% of the profit. If you use Stove, they don't take any of the profits. So Smilegate shares it with you and they give you a 10% kickback and they get to keep the other 20. So that's kind of nice, guys. And for those of you who want to actually save money, make sure you use the Huawei App Gallery client. That's where you're really going to save some money. Now let's see. What else? I guess that's it. Oh, wait. The update. Okay, guys, the 1120 update. Here's what's really coming to Up 7. Let's take a look at what we have in store for you in this week's update. The update details provided in the notes are subject to change. Players will be able to view these updates after maintenance on 1120. Let's go.
That's enough whining. Time to be born anew. Welcome. So, what ails you today?
So guys, sexy Nurse Yulha will drop right after maintenance. We're going to dive right into that. So hope your mystics are ready.
Rally up, everyone. Where the banner leads, you follow! Careful on the road out there. Maybe I'm not the best person to be saying that.
Okay. So Swift Flag Bearer Sigrid, I believe she comes out on the 27th. So we still have a week to wait on Sigrid. Am I correct on that? I think I'm correct. Guys, real talk. Doesn't every man want a woman to look at her the way Hua is looking at Arya's booba? Nah, for real, guys. She's over there like, damn, Arya. Like, are you doing special extras? I mean, life's just not fair. All right. New Nadalon Academy starting right after maintenance. I know it is not the most popular story arc out there. Might even be the least. But you can't deny some beautiful art has come out of Nadalon Academy. So season 3 starts tomorrow. Boy, Well, you guys called it, right? Exclusive equipment for APOC Ravi. Are they going to fix the monumental nerfs that they gave to her kit? We'll have to see what this exclusive equipment does and if it brings Apocalypse Ravi back into the game. Balance patch will be in effect right after maintenance. All the balance patch stuff that has happened. Guild Wars Season 3 is starting on Saturday the 22nd, so last bit of preseasons. Yo! Orbis Gladiatorium preliminaries. We'll talk more about this in a minute, but they teased this back during the big broadcast. They said this was coming. I forgot all about it, but they said it was coming today. So the preliminaries of Orbis Gladiatorium is showing up. Something to do, guys. Some PvE. Oh, God. No. A day for Raspberry Pi. You know what it means, right? Just when you thought we had seen the last of Senya in this game, here she is again. So, young Senya, this is a pretty good indicator. Her banner is coming back because her story is coming back. And Tywin in a rate drop up. There she is, guys. Wow. Wow. Limited Sigrid on the 27th and limited Senya on the 27th. Back-to-back limited units. Not back-to-back. Front to front. Simultaneous. At the same time limiteds. We'll talk a little bit once we get into this about whether or not you should be pulling for Sigrid or for Senya. I don't think I really need to explain this to you guys, right? Which one you pick? I kind of, yes. All right, guys. So, new content, Orbis Gladiatorium preliminaries. The Orbis Gladiatorium preliminaries, new PvE content that lets you enjoy the story in PvP battles will also be added. So it'll be under the events tab. Sixth world has to be cleared. It'll go live right after maintenance. Let me pull up where they talked about this before. Yeah, right here.